If you have more than 20% of your total active ads rejected, the likelihood of your ad account getting disabled just gets higher and higher. So what we recommend is really try to remedy the rejected ads. We understand there's false positives, meaning your ad should have gone through and it just didn't because the AI systems went haywire. Just put it back for re-review. We'll go into why my ad might have gotten rejected, but I'm not sure, and then make the changes and put it back through re-review. Don't be afraid that you're going to get in trouble for trying again. Meta actually wants you to, because that proves to them that you actually want to be a valuable partner. My other favorite thing, red flags. I'm going to help you guys translate what some of these mean. And I'm going to start off with the first one, which not a lot of people know about, which is called the black hole. Essentially, your domain has been blacklisted. You can check this yourself, and in our 5-step policy checklist we'll get to in a bit, I'll show you exactly how to do this. But if you ever see this error, that's exactly what you're dealing with. The other one, which I think is happening more and more now, given the layoffs and the lack of resources, is your identity verification personal profile issues. Upload your driver's license, passport, confirm your credit card, and nothing happens. This one's getting better, I can tell you. It's still not perfect, but it's definitely important to note that it happens from time to time. Chat support's the best resource if you don't have a rep, but it eventually will go away. And then the next few ones, and the purpose of these, I want y'all to have a little bit of PTSD, because we've all seen these flags and you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh my God, my business is over. But it's not. There's solutions for everyone to be able to navigate through these. So pages. Show of hands, who's e-commerce in here? Yeah, I love my e-commerce people. Who has had their page disabled or their page score go below advertising thresholds? Yeah, it is a pain. So the first thing I would say for this one is be really mindful of the different factors that go into page score for e-commerce. So product quality, shipping, customer service, making sure like you're really treating your customers well, and just keep an eye on that. And if you keep an eye on that, there's ways where you can even pre-appeal with chat support saying, hey, I'm getting below that 2.0 threshold. Can you look at XYZ documents so you can see I'm using a different shipping company or a different manufacturer? Like, I'm really doing everything I can to ensure the best user experience possible. If you're not e-com and your page gets shut down, the only reason that it might is if it's misleading or super spammy, but it might be miscategorized. So that's something to keep in mind as well. Card declines. So what's probably happening here is your card is blacklisted or there's a bank issue. So be mindful about credit cards. If you use one on too many ad accounts, you're probably going to run into trouble. I know there's companies out there that are able to essentially take your main account, duplicate that into different cards, which will make your lives easier so you don't run into problems with Pay Now and having to deal with all of that. And then lastly, the famous ad account disable. First thing I would do is check your rejected ads ratio. Do a copy and creative check to make sure maybe a media buyer put something in there that they shouldn't have. And then always appeal. Appeal, and we'll get into that and exactly how to do it in a bit. And then additional unknown flags to be aware of. These are kind of some behind-the-scenes tips and tricks of weird things and weird behavior you might see. So just know that past bad behavior can haunt you in the future. So they are still looking at IP address, chargebacks, using a restricted profile. I think that's for most people who have had issues with policy, they know how to get around IP. Don't ever charge back a Meta charge, I would say, for ads, what you want to do is just use chat support and say, hey, I overspent, or these are the issues, or talk to your rep. Don't ever do a chargeback. You could get flagged for e-crime, which is really, really bad in their eyes, so don't do that. And then obviously restricted profiles get messy, and the need to create new profiles, what you want to do to set yourself up for success is pretend your new Facebook profile is LinkedIn. Put a professional headshot, friend people you work with so they see the company name, and you should be good to go if you do have a restricted profile creating this new profile. There's something called risk scores. They exist both on your business and your personal profile. These are harder to see if you don't have access to a particular rep, but know if something weird is happening and you're not able to spend enough or deliver ads, that's probably what's going on. A new one that we've come across is restrictions from creating pages, ad accounts, or other assets. This one you don't get notified. It's just like one day, try to create a page, and I can't, and you're like, what the hell is going on? So best practice, don't create more than 2 pages per profile a day. Even better, 2 pages per week, and you won't run this risk, because if they do shut you down on this, you will be unable to create any new pages for about 3 months until you get out of this timeout, what I like to call. The black hole domain, which will show you exactly where it is in Ads Manager so you can check yourselves. Payment fraud, again, like random credit card issues. Something that's happening now is Facebook's being really cautious about credit cards that are being added to ad accounts, a lot due to some of the recent, I don't want to call it a scandal, but I'd say disruption with agency service providers and selling ad accounts. So a lot of the times all you need to do is the pay now if it's grayed out, hit a chat support field, they'll be able to help you. It's very, very easy to fix. And the last one that is the biggest pain in my ass, I would say, is when you create new pages because of the new pages experience and they get unpublished. And you're already running ads, and then all of a sudden, everything goes dark, you have no media running, and the reason is there's an engineering issue on the back end where the page needs to be republished. So whoever created that needs to go and republish it, and then you should be totally fine.